Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about this legalized marijuana. And I know I've talked about this before because we've been getting a lot of calls from families whose loved ones are really suffering from acute mental illness as a result of using legalized marijuana. And just this past week, my wife and I were at a conference here in Central Florida, and it was really a behavioral health conference, and it was attended by clinicians, judges, and other lawyers. And when we went to the very first session, there was an amazing family lawyer who was talking, and a wonderful clinician who was talking, and they were talking about what's been going on, the dangers of this legalized marijuana. And I said, wow, we're not the only ones seeing this. And we got a chance to talk to the clinician and the lawyer, and they both said, they're seeing tons of this stuff. And we said, so are we. And I think, frankly, we're relieved to hear that they're not the only ones who have been saying this is a problem. And then we came home and my wife found an article about what's been happening in Pennsylvania. They legalized marijuana too, and they're having the same issues. And look, as I think I've said before, I'm a child of the 80s. I grew up in the United Kingdom. I had lots of friends who smoked, weed, right? I didn't think it was going to be a problem, but I could have not have been more wrong, because the marijuana today is not the marijuana of the 80s or even the 90s. This stuff is really, really dangerous. And if you allow your children, and I'm talking now, anybody under 25 to use this stuff, you're going to probably have some problems, okay? I'm not saying it affects everybody the same way. I'm not telling you that if you're over 25 years of age, this is how you should live your life. I mean, we're a free country. You can do whatever you want. I'm just telling you that as a lawyer whose mission has been to grow a law firm to help families whose loved ones are suffering from substance use and mental health disorders, I am telling you that this legalized marijuana is an unmitigated disaster when it comes to mental illness. I'm telling you this stuff is dangerous. It is a gateway drug, and I would not allow your children to go anywhere near it. And I don't care if a doctor said, oh, here's a card, it's legal. This stuff is dangerous. And if your child, your loved one is having issues, then fine, get them some help. And maybe they need medication. Maybe they don't. Maybe there's some trauma that you don't know about. I mean, there's a lot of things that can cause this. I am telling you that this legalized marijuana is dangerous, and I'm not a fan. I'm just telling you. And if there's a problem in your family, we can help you. But as I tell everybody, recovery takes time. And these cases, I mean, some of these folks, by the time we get involved, they are very far down the proverbial rabbit hole. Yesterday, I spoke to a family whose adult son, I think he's in his early 30s. He's been in treatment for over 6 months now, and he's finally starting to turn the corner. But even he is saying, I'm still hearing voices in my head. And it's been 6 months, at least 6 months now, he's been in treatment. And we're getting his medication steady. But it's going to take time. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on legalized marijuana. I wanted to share that with you. I appreciate you tuning in. I'd love a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel, because I try to put out as much content as I can so you get the information you need for free. And if you have comments or questions, please post them. I read them all, and I try to respond certainly within 24 hours. And I'd like to hear from you. I want to hear your opinion. If you disagree with me, great. I'm happy to hear that. But again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching these videos. They're for you and for the families that need help. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.